Hey guys, how's it going? People have been asking about how I've been making out with this, so I figured I'd do a video on that. And I got a bunch of stuff I gotta do videos on, but I figured I'll start with this. Yeah, sorry about the last two videos. I was trying to do live videos and it didn't work out for my feet. Yeah, this thing got pretty dusty because, well, I live on a dirt road, so I mean, don't matter how much you clean, it's gonna be messy. Uh, Basically, yeah, I know the light sucks right now. Let me try to grab the other one, see if that helps. I'm gonna get another battery from my head. Well, I want to get another one because this one just takes 3 A's and I don't like that. I want something that takes the 18650 so I can easily charge it and it'll last longer. And they're usually brighter too, so. There we go, a little more light. That should help. That's 55 Chevrolet Nomad ATM REMT big one 1/16 scale. It's the only ones I can do because, well, I'm blind. I don't have the feeling in my hands that I used to. So, it is what it is. Oh yeah, I had this in here. Lost the paint code to it, so I never got a chance to actually paint it. But like everything, nothing's original on this. So it's original except for the motor, but highly modified. As you can see, it's got flaming tires that came with it, you know. I didn't do much to the bike except do a suspension drop. I cut everything down, shocks. You can't even tell I cut down, I had cut down all this. Same with the front end. Used to sit a lot higher, but now it's down in the weeds where it belongs. Originally it was set about that high off the ground. So I mean, I lowered it quite a bit. As you can see, there's like hardly any gapping underneath there. The body's not completely straight either, but you know. never got to finish just because of the fact that here's the original V10 for it, which too small, so I took a dragster motor I got for it out of the funny car. Yeah, I never got to finish this because I need paint for it, spray with it, and unfortunately, somewhat because the bottle was empty, and I needed the numbers off it, and I wanted to make sure it was the right color when I got it. They tossed the bottle out on me, and that was that. But basically, as far as I got on this was, you know, originally, if you look through my older videos, I cut out all the floorboards. I shaved down the cross member, thickened it up, made it so it's more like a real car. Or at least what would a hot rod be. Because we would cut the original one out and weld in some like 2x6 stock or something in there to lighten it up. And you know, I still got a lot of work to do to this frame. I gotta make each side match, which I gotta get more this stuff called Bondit. It's a UV glue, strong as crap. Well, some of this is still original frame, but most of it's bonded. As you can see, there's barely any twist to it. I mean, stuff's great. You can get it also off their website, naglue.com. It's actually considered a plastic weld, but I think you can see some of it. Some of it's right here. So I actually use a Dremel as like a, mill to mill it down. And then I take a mic and a mic frame up to make sure both sides are at the correct thickness. But I was trying to figure out if I wanted to leave it like a 2x6 stock or do it thicker and thinner frame. But I think I'm going to go with the 2x6 type look. And I might still have to, I still haven't figured out the front and the back width yet, because I'm gonna be using wheel tires on it. I'm gonna be using ones from RC cars. So like a lot of stuff I'm not gonna use. Like still in the process, it's pretty much done. I'm, making it look like a delivery. So, there'll be no back windows. I mean, you can see a little bit here there, I molded it. But that'll be all covered with like carpet type material. I use old cards and stuff to fill this in. Still gotta finish it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I haven't done the body work to it yet. got doors that open and close. Hood opens and closes. I might make it a one-piece nose. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna build new firewalls for it. And I don't know if I have the motor around. Yeah, that's the motor. Those are tires that I'm not using. This is the motor here. This is something I bought for the car. This didn't come with it. I'm trying to remember. I think this one I bought for it, yeah. This is a, right here, everything you see in this little tray, that cost me 75 bucks. This is a 3D printed motor, but it kind of looks small in there, so I might have a bigger one made for it. I'm not sure yet. But as I get there, I'm going to be using more and more aftermarket parts. Like the rear end and the tires are probably less gonna be for shit. Almost lost that. I'm gonna figure out why it's not sitting there, but basically they sit in their stacks. This is what's called a Hillborn mechanical fuel injection system. These were used like back in like the 60s and stuff for race cars. Well, they were actually, what happened was they got a bad rap because it was one of these things that it was built for the street, or built for the racetrack, but people tried using them on the street. And the way they were tuned, they weren't designed to be, when you're driving, you're never under full load. Well, these are meant to, basically, you just hit the fucking gas and you go. And then you let it off at the end of the quarter mile. And people didn't understand that. These are the original rims and tires, but those are too thin for me, So I'm gonna put something like that on the rear end. I'm gonna probably leave something about this side, maybe a little thick, a little wider, a little lower profile for the front. Still gotta figure out all that stuff, but that's basically what's been going on. I'm hoping next month to order the bonnet for it. That stuff's very expensive. It's really good, but it's like $20 a tube, I think it is. Oh no, I can get 3 tubes without the UV light for in the case for like $40. But so far into this frame alone, I have about, with the motor, and I forgot how much I paid for the Hillborn. Well, actually, no, I think for the motor in the Hillborn Jackson I paid $75. And then the frame I got something like $400 material already in it. Just, you know, thickening it up to that thickness, figuring out, you know, straightening it out, figuring out exactly how thick I want to do it, getting the looks right. By the time I'm done with this model, I'm going to have at least 2 to 3 grand in it, maybe even more. Because paint I want to use is house color, which is the best car paint on the market. And that stuff is so goddamn expensive. I mean, a full paint job on a real car, some of the paint is like, you know, $300-400 a quart, up to like, you know, it could be like $1,200 a quart. But it's the world's best paint, and that's for like radiance. You know, and plus, I gotta buy different paint. Like, normally with like a candy paint job, you got candy is like candy apple red, candy apple blue. It's a transparent paint, which it normally uses silver or gold on, which happens to change color a little bit depending on what you're doing. Gold will give you like a darker color, and then silver or metallic silver will give you a lighter color. And then you'll see the sparkles through it because it's kind of like almost like a tinted clear, but it's actually paint, because all clear is clear paint. It's got no pigment in it. That's the only difference. You know, and most of the paint you gotta buy at least by the pint, if not by the quart. So, and what I want to do is I want to get different colors. So I could wind up with buying like 10-15 different colors of different style paints to see what I like the best. Like, you know, using metal flaked, or using metallic, or a pearl, or, you know, try like maybe another, you know, mix some red with a silver or something like that, and see how you like it. You know, buying tints, buying different pearls, because pearl is expensive. You know, little 8 ounce, I think it's an 8 ounce jar will cost you like $100. So, you know, it all depends on, you know, what I want to do. Cause you know, I'm the kind of guy, if I'm gonna do something, I'm all in. I don't fuck around. No, yeah, you might see a model I see art, you know, it's like an artist. You know, like with the Mona Lisa. Yeah, you might see like $20 in paint and $5 in canvas, but, you know, somebody that's in art and, you know, good art, you know, that's like, well, I don't know what it costs, but it's like worth millions of dollars, or maybe billions, I don't know. This is a one-wall piece. And, you know, same thing with this. Once this thing's built, it'll never be built again. I mean, when after I get everything done, I'm probably gonna make plus once I'm done with it, it's gonna get shipped off to a what's the name of that place? Shapeway, to have them do a 3D print of it. So if I ever decide, you know, if somebody ever wants like a frame or something like that, I can have them. I can just either go 3D printer and start printing them out myself, or have them do it. Or maybe eventually I want to do it in die cast. I can do it in die cast and sell them, or it all depends on what I want to get into. But right now it's just a hobby, and I got no plans of, you know, doing anything with it as a business. So, and plus I can always sell the small when I'm done with it. Because there's people out there that buy model cars, even plastic ones, just for their shelves. Like this guy, Outlaw Speed Shop or something like that on YouTube. He does models for other people. They tell him what, you know, they want and how they want it. He builds it. So, you know, like I said, there's different ways of making money. Not just, you know, doing normal stuff that you think of. You know, you can always turn a hobby into cash. So there's always ways to make money off of something. You just gotta figure out how to do it and how to do it right. You know, find the people that, you know, relate to you and your type of work. You know, if you do it in quality, like the way most people build their you know, their outdoor chicken coops and stuff. A lot of people just slap them together, call it good, because they're happy with it. Which, if it's for yourself, that's perfectly fine. But if you wanted to sell it to a customer, which, you know, if they saw something that looks like crap and, you know, you wanted money for it, they're just gonna fucking laugh at you. So, I mean, like I said, it all depends on what you're doing. You know, if it's for yourself and you're happy the way it turns out, you know, good, bad, or indifference, no, that's up to you because it's for you. Doing something that could potentially make you money, do it, you know, then you have to make sure everything's correct. Like, if I was, like, when I started doing tractor sales and stuff, and fixing stuff up, flip, you know, like most people, just do a carb clean out, make sure the damn thing runs, maybe do a plug in it. Nah, that don't fly with me. First thing I'm going to do is compression test. Make sure it's got good compression. You know, check the plugs for signs of oil burning, stuff like that. You know, definitely put a new spark plug in it. Check the coil. If I'm not happy with the spark, try adjusting it. If I'm still not happy with the color of the spark, then I'll replace the coil. You know, stuff like that. Make sure the blade's sharp and, you know, nobody balances them, which I would do. You know, completely detail it. use a wax and a sealer underneath so it washes off really easy. Buff out the paint real quick to make it look all nice. If the handle's not looking too good, spray it up a little bit, make it presentable. Stuff like that. Little details. If it needs a carburetor, I mean, you can clean them. Unless they're plastic. If the plastic carbs, just toss them and replace them. That's all you can do. They're junk. But the good aluminum ones you can rebuild. Most people, don't tune them. They just slap another one on it, or they just do a cleanup. It's more to it than just that. You gotta be able to know how to tune them. But basically, tuning a lawnmower carb's easy. There's a special little, when you buy a carburetor, you gotta buy a carburetor kit to get it, but it comes with a little bitty measuring device so you can adjust the flow, and then you gotta adjust the air fuel mixture and the idle, and you should replace the spring kit. But most people don't replace the springs. They use the old springs, which are stretched out. So, that's wrong. They should at least use some cable lube on the cables, which nobody does. Most people don't even know it exists. I knew it back when I was doing bicycles, so that's how I knew. That's how I found out about it. But for that, I used WD-40, so I always lube the cables up no matter what. A couple ways of doing it. You can adjust the throttle idle and how rich it runs by adjusting it, pulling the plug out, checking the exhaust. What you're looking for is to see how much carbon's building up on the spark plug. A lot of carbon builds up on the spark plug. Then you run into rich. If it's burning white, you run into lean. So you gotta fatten the carburetor up a little bit by adding more fuel to the mixture screw. But I want to buy a air fuel gauge, which you put in between. You would have to take it off the muffler, put a piece of pipe on with bung it, so it goes in like an O2 sensor, so I can actually read the air fuel mixture, so I can tune it better. When I do something, I do it right. I don't screw around with anything I do. But that's the mechanic in me. I grew up doing stuff right or not at all. So I mean, when at my house, that was a different story. Even stuff as a kid I knew was wrong, like when we had the fuse box, putting the penny in under a blown fuse because we're out of fuses. That was a fire hazard for one, and I yelled at, but I was a kid. There's nothing I could do about it. Sometimes you had to do stuff that you don't want to do, but when it's for somebody else, you can only do what you can do. Like when I help Troy out, if he's doing something I don't like, it doesn't matter what I want to do. It's his property, his stuff. So I mean, if he wants to burn it to the ground, so be it. It's his. If he wants to fix it wrong and just guess, that's fine. It's his stuff. If he wants to fix it this way, which might be right, he can do it right. It's the same way with any place in life. When it's not your stuff, and you're either helping someone out, or you're getting paid to do it a certain way or by a customer, you kind of gotta make them happy, or you can just walk away. That's all you can do. But with me, it's I do it. I go full balls and do it right, or I don't do it. At least I try not to. But sometimes if I buy something for myself, I know I'm doing it wrong, but I do it anyways. Sometimes I'll do stuff like that for shits and giggles, show people why you don't do it that way, or I'm just hacking it together because for cheapness, just because I have no plans of doing anything but like a field car. If I was gonna do a car and we're gonna put on the road, I'd worry about making sure the plug wires are clean, and if they're sparking, I might field car I might take and go grab one off a junkyard motor, or use something off an incorrect motor, or wrap it with some electrical tape, or if it runs good enough, just not care it's shorting out or whatever, or take and brake lines are bad, make sure at least got front brakes or something, or emergency brake, and just go and be in the fields. That's one thing. But if it's gonna be on the car's going on the road, then it would be done right. Alright guys, I'm gonna get this uploaded as soon as I can, and I'll make another video later on tonight. Talk to you guys later. Bye.